We're here with Jeff Althouse, founder of Oakshire Brewing Company here in Eugene, Oregon. How's it going, Jeff?
Great.
Great.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit about Oakshire, how you got started, and what you're doing.
Okay. We started in 2006 as Willamette Brewery, and we've been brewing great beer for 3 years. We changed our name to Oakshire Brewing in 2008. There's a little bit of a story there that can be found by poking around on the internet a little bit, but our name, Oakshire, is a name we made up, and it represents independence, strength, community, and bioregion. It's an encapsulation of our values. So we've been ever expanding since 2006. We started pretty small, a little home brewery, gone out of control, and we've added some really talented staff in the last year. Joe Jasper, our head brewer, we added last January, and Matt Van Wyk, our brewmaster, we added in at the end of March of last year, and they've been just making great beer. We're loving it.
So how did you come about? I know Matt Van Wyk was brewing at Flossmoor Station, is one of the better known brewers in the country. How did you end up landing him here all the way out in Eugene from near Chicago?
It's sort of an interesting story. He's actually brother-in-law of my dentist. So we got connected in 2006. Actually, when we were first starting, he was out here visiting family, and he came by for a little visit after we had connected through his sister-in-law, my dentist, and we liked him, and we knew he had a great reputation, and we jokingly said, "What's it gonna take to get you out here? You know, what's it gonna take to get you to move to Eugene?" And little did I know he was already thinking, maybe I'd like to move to Eugene and raise my kids. So it was a nice combination of Eugene being a great place to live, great place to raise kids with great schools, and us developing over the course of 2.5 years, developing an opportunity for him to be able to move out here and work for us. So we're lucky to have him.
It wasn't like pulling teeth or anything.
It was not like pulling teeth at all. No,
Right.
no. He's pretty happy. He works hard though. This is
Absolutely.
Production breweries are very different than brew pubs. So for him, this is the next stage of his career.
You guys are making some fabulous beers out here. I know Joe Jasper, the other brewer here, he's worked with Pyramid and also with Deschutes Brewing previously.
Yeah.
So you guys have a wealth of knowledge and brewing know-how. Tell us about some of your beers that you're producing.
Well, we're producing beers in essentially 3 different programs, we'll call it, 3 different series of beers. We have year-round beers, and those are our Amber, which is my homebrew recipe, Oakshire Amber. Watershed IPA, it's our big Northwest style IPA, and then Overcast Espresso Stout, which is our most credentialed beer that we just won a medal for at the Great American Beer Festival last fall, silver medal in the coffee beer category. Then we have a seasonal rotation. Right now, the Ill-Tempered Gnome, our winter ale, is rotating out, and O Dark 30, a Cascadian dark ale, is coming in. We're actually bottling it on Wednesday, and that'll be in 22-ounce bottles. And then we do a whole series of single batch beers. So we run a small brew system, a 15-barrel brew system, which is more or less about the smallest you could run as a production brewery and make things work, be able to make enough beer. The single batch series is fun because we have 3 single batch, 14, 15 barrel tanks that we can more or less brew whatever we want. So that's where Matt and Joe have full reign to brew any beer that they want. And we have 2 beers right now available from that, the 2-wheeler IPA, which is part of a development process for a certified organic red that we're going to be brewing. And then the Duck-billed Platypus is a Belgian rye Cascadian dark ale we brewed as part of the collaboration for the KLCC Brewfest. And there's one in the cooler called the Red Wiggler, which is an American red ale. And there's just fun stuff coming off of those tanks all the time.
And the Duck-billed Platypus, that's an interesting beer because you collaborated with a number of local area brewers.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You know, I wasn't actually at the meeting, so I heard sort of secondhand how it went, and it sounds like it was a pretty, one of the most collaborative processes we've had, where everybody sort of threw something out and said, I wanted to taste, maybe we should do a black IPA. Well, I'd like to do a Belgian. Well, why don't we put some rye in it? And so what we ended up with was a Belgian rye Cascadian Dark Ale brewed with the Ardennes yeast, the Oakshire yeast.
Who are some of the brewers that were involved in that?
I probably couldn't go through the whole list, but all the Eugene brewers, Ninkasi, us, Steelhead, High Street, Hop Valley, Eugene City Brewery, and then Block 15 in Corvallis, and Brewers Union up in Oak Ridge. Maui Brewing participated. I'm sure that I'm missing some of Valley Vintner and Brewer, the homebrew shop. Those guys got together. They came out to our place and brewed a homebrew batch so that they needed to brew it at a licensed facility so that they could serve it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look out, Stone. There's a real collaboration there. That's a lot of brewers.
Yeah, absolutely. We do this collaboration every year, and it's fun. We like collaborative beers. We do a national one every year for the Great American Beer Festival as well. Collaborative Evil.
Awesome. Well, Jeff Althouse, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and,
thanks for coming out, Angela.
Oakshire Brewing, if you're ever down in Eugene, Oregon, it's one of the finest breweries in Oregon. Check them out. Lots of great beers. Always got something interesting on tap.
And we're open every Saturday 12 to 4 for tours and tastings. And we'd love to have people come see our little brewery. It's fun.
And check them out at oakbrew.com.
That's right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.